Focus to the real estate space now. Our colleague Timsy Jaipuria caught up with Niranjan Hiranandani, the founder and MD of the Hiranandani Group, spoke to him on the group's expansion plans, their joint venture with Blackstone, and their ask from the upcoming budget. Listen in.
We have a huge presence as far as UP is concerned. We have one very large data center which is already in operation in Greater Noida. So I think we haven't missed the northern sector. We are also into the warehousing segment, again, as you said correctly, in the western and southern region in a big way. But we are planning to expand in the northern region in terms of Haryana, UP, the Yamuna Express and other areas. It's all an area of our focus. And we hope that very soon we'll be able to do it. So we have about 550 acres already under development in various locations. And I think the expansion mode, once we do some acquisition, we'll again share that with you also. I think opportunities is growing with this new government in terms of it, logistics, road, network, and all this is really creating a huge buzz in terms of it. And China Plus One means manufacturing, logistics, because we need to reduce our logistic cost in this country. That's going to be a big way, I think, in the next couple of years.
How much of funds have you earmarked for this sort of an expansion? What sort of a pipeline do we see, say, in this year, this fiscal?
So we have put in already 1,800 crores into this JV, and we expect the growth story to continue. But the volume is about 400-500 crores of additional investments beyond this is likely to take place in a short period of time. However, the future looks very, very bright, and I think you will only see this space growing.
So all of this development in warehousing and logistics will be under the JV with Blackstone, or?
Yes, at this point of time, we are in the JV with Blackstone, and we hope that that will also grow. They are also very ambitious in this segment, and looking forward to growth in this area.
My last question, budget is round the corner. What are your estimates for the real estate sector?
Well, the first desire is already fulfilled. So we are looking at the 60,000 crores plus investments into the affordable segment, the subvention scheme, which is already announced by the Prime Minister. The second part of it is we are looking at rental housing. See, and you have to understand that the richest country in the world, the United States, 50% people live in rental housing.
Yes.
While we, in our tax policies work and the Act, we have nothing for giving benefit to rental housing. I think it's about time that the government thought that we should also encourage rental housing, if not in equal measure, in some measure that we really need to do. I think that's important. The third, which I expect from them, is capital gains tax. If you sell a share, long-term capital gains tax is 1 year and 10%, while in the case of housing, it is 3 years and 20%. I think investment into housing segment also needs to be encouraged in a similar way as you do in the capital markets. So we will expect that that will really happen quickly. And put a kind of a parity in investments into.
But I'm not sure whether the tax department is ready to take that plunge, because capital gains tax has been talked about a lot, but we haven't seen anything coming from the government side.
You see, the point is not that. The point is, do you want to attract more investments to the capital markets, or do you want to put it into housing? If you want to bring in more money into housing, because housing is deficit, today, we still have a long way to fulfill the requirements of roti, kapda, makan. Roti, kapda, you have fulfilled. Makan, you have not yet fulfilled. So I think what you need is larger investment. Try and understand, all these big investors, FDIs, they are coming into commercial. They don't want to put money into residential. Why? Because the tax benefits that you are getting in terms of the commercial side is better than the residential side. So I would be happy if you make it parity. I'm not saying you give us better than the capital market. At least put them on the same platform so that an investor putting into real estate and the capital market could be parity, as it is there.
All right, interesting comments coming in out there from Niranjan Hiranandani. We take a short break, come back, focus on the markets. Sachida